What up, YouTube? What up, Ranger Nation? Actually, it's Ranger Nation, Toku Nation, and every nation in between. It is me, your boy JB, and I am here with the review for Avataro Sentai, Donbrothers, episode 25, you guys. So, before we go ahead and get into this, if you guys are watching this video or any other on this channel and you guys aren't subscribed, you guys please do me that favor by subscribing to the video, subscribing to my channel. Subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, sharing the video, and Ranger Nation, Toku Nation. With that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss Avataro Sentai, Donbrothers, episode 25. Shioi. Alright, you guys, so this episode we see Kiji brother. And he's not at his typical job that we normally see him at. This time he is doing something completely different. So he decides to give us a backstory about how he got here. So, turns out that he actually got fired from his job, and the reason that he got fired from his job was because, I figure he's like an image consultant, so to speak. You know, like how restaurants kind of, if you guys watch any U.S. shows where they'll hire these people to come into their restaurants, their businesses, to help them revamp it, kind of like what Hell's Kitchen and stuff is. So I guess that's kind of like what he is. He'll go in, he'll see what's wrong with the restaurant, you know, and try to help them get it back up to, you know, booming business, right? Well, unfortunately, he hasn't been doing that because the sales have declined for the business. So then we see him and Miho, they're together. So they're getting ready to celebrate their first anniversary, and Miho wants to do something special for their anniversary. And she was like, well, you know, we can only do this if you can get off of work. He was like, oh, that's fine. In the meantime, he has no job, so he has no source of income. So then we see him, he's like, you know, what is he going to do to make money? So we see him as he went to Kaido, and he's saying to Kaido, like, hey, so, you know, we do this stuff with the Donbrothers and everything. Why don't I get paid for that? You know, I put my life at risk every day. Shouldn't I get paid for it? Kaido was like, absolutely not. That is kind of like, you know, humanitarian work, volunteering, things of that nature that you don't really get paid for. So good luck with that. So then we do see him as he is out. Looks like he's at like a rock quarry and he's picking up rocks. Now when he picked up the rocks, he's clumsy. So I'm like, damn, Kiji brother, what are you good at? The pheasant. What is the pheasant good at? Because he wasn't good at that. I mean, you got fired from your job. It's an interesting question though. Because when it comes to employment, they got to write you up. So I wonder if they ever wrote Kiji brother up for, you know, not maintaining his, you know, his quota or whatever. I do wonder that. But hey, I want to pause here, you guys, and I want to move forward. So, his boss who fired him, right, we see him as, I guess he's leaving the person that's over him's office. And he is potentially about to get fired because of Kiji brother, right? So, actually, yeah, so he's actually going to be our Hitatsuki of the week. So we see him, he has this thing in his hand that he's flailing around, and he's capturing people because he wants people to work for him, but the thing is, he's taking children and not adults. Very interesting. So then the team, they're teleported to where the Hitatsuki is, right? So Taro tells them that they need to dance, and they all start dancing. Now Kiji brother, he tried to dance, but he tripped and fell, and in the process of him tripping and falling, the Hitatsuki was able to get away. I was like, oh no. So then we see him and Taro. So you're talking, and Taro is asking him like, hey, you know, what's going on? Is everything okay? So in this episode, it was a lot of miscommunication, and more specifically, the miscommunication became from Momotaro, right? So Taro is like, so actually Kiji brother told him, you know, if it's basically like, if it's not one thing, it's another. So some other, but Momotaro in his brain, he took it as something's wrong with his mother. You know, he said something about the neck, And then he said some other, but Momotaro figured like, oh my God, your mother, something's wrong with her. Your mother, there's something wrong with her neck. I was like, how did Taro get that? So Taro tells him, you know what, I'll help you. And I was like, okay. You don't realize that the man is telling you basically he got fired from his job, and if it ain't one thing, it's the other. So then we see Taro. So he's out doing some deliveries on his day off, and only sister sees him, and she's like, you're working? He's like, no, I'm off. She's like, what's going on? So then he tells her about Kiji Brothers' mother needing some help for some medical stuff, right? So only sister decides that she wants to help out, right? So we see her selling popcorn, and she is terrible at selling this popcorn. So then Saru brother noticed her, and so Saru brother went over there to ask her like, what's going on? And she was like, you know, somebody's mother has to have surgery. I was like, wait a minute, this is a game of telephone, right? Because you know how telephone is. You tell one person something, and then you try to see, you go around to see if it comes back to the person who started it the correct way. But you know, by the time it gets there, it's completely turned around, right? So that's what happened here. This just got misconstrued all the way around. So Saru brother decides that he wants to help. I was like, oh God. And she was like, no. I didn't understand what she was saying at the time, but I did later on in the episode. So we see Saru brother, and he is out trying to get a job. Now you guys know Saru brother has never worked a day in his life, right? So he has no skills. So the first place he goes to, they tell him no. The second place he goes to, they tell him no. So then he decides, you know what, let me sell some haikus. So he's sitting on the street, and a little girl comes up to him, and he tells her a haiku. So she puts a coin in his hand, and it burned his hand. I was like, wow. So is he like allergic to that stuff? Interesting, right? So where we at? Actually, you guys, I want to pause here, and I want to move forward. All right, you guys. So the boss that was potentially going to get fired, we see him, and he's talking to Kiji brother, and he's telling Kiji brother that even though you're fired, you're still going to pay for that loss of business. I was like, well, damn. So then he told Momotaro, and once again, Momotaro, I don't know what he's hearing. Oh my God, there is a big pimple on my face. It's big. I didn't notice that. So yeah, he's telling Momotaro. So then we see everybody, they are working themselves to the bone, not knowing that this is all behind a big miscommunication. So then we see Juru. So Juru, he notices Saru brother, he notices Kiji brother, he noticed Momotaro, and Oni's sister, right? That they're all working. He's trying to figure out what are they doing. So he decided he wants to help him. I was like, oh my God, no. But the Pharaoh side of him came out and said, absolutely not. That is just weird how that side just comes, how that Pharaoh side just jumps out of him. So we then see each and every one of our heroes. They're at this restaurant trying to get hired, right? Meanwhile, someone who works there that they don't know is a part of their team, Inu brother. I wonder how long this is going to go on before they actually figure out that Inu, the guy, Subasu, is actually Inu brother. I wonder how long, because we're 25 episodes in, and they still have yet to find out who the pupper is. No one knows who the pupper is. Not one of them. It's very interesting. Nobody knows who the pupper is. So, while they're there at the restaurant, Kiji brother, he finally realizes this is the restaurant that is the reason that he got fired. So he eventually told them, and we see all of them, they're working hard to bring the restaurant back up to where it once was. Now, mind you, each one of them, with the exception of Inu brother, they were in their ranger forms. Oni sister, Saru brother, Momotaro, Kiji brother, everyone was in their ranger form except for Inu brother. So I'm wondering how many episodes are we gonna go by before they actually find out who he is. So Jiro, he found the Hitotsuki, right? So he transformed. He started battling with the Hitotsuki. But while he was battling with the Hitotsuki, all three of the Cerebrans showed up. So when the Cerebrans showed up, so did Momotaro. And actually, Sonoi was about to destroy the Hitotsuki, but Momotaro stopped him. And eventually, the Cerebrans, they left, right? So it was just Momotaro and Jiro, and they ended up defeating the Hitotsuki. And then when they defeated the Hitotsuki, it grew. And then the Jirus, they're the ones who ultimately returned the man back to his normal self. So that's really the end of the episode. At the end of the episode, since Kiji brother did so well with getting the restaurant back up and running, he now has his job back. So Kiji brother is once again among the employed, you guys. But hey, that's it, Ranger Nation. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Leave your comments down in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video. And until the next time, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. So later this week, so you guys, actually tomorrow or Friday, you will see episode 2 of She-Hulk. And then I will do a video. I'll probably do a more phenomenal Ranger talk on Friday, just to discuss everything that's happened with Power Week so far. The trailer, I've already did a reaction to the trailer of Dino Fury, so I might talk about that again. Talk about the toy releases that are coming out from the Lightning Collection, and then we'll talk about that'll be all we talk about on Friday. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you guys know it's Power Morphicon. So whatever information we have from Power Morphicon and whatever the big announcement is on Sunday, we will be back on Sunday for all of that. So yeah, we'll be pretty busy, and And I want to get back. I want to get busy. I want to do more stuff on this channel. So if there are any shows out there, Marvel, DC, anything that you guys think I might like, let me know in the comment section, and we will discuss it going forward. And until the next time, Ranger Nation, stay safe. Once again, stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Social distance. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys later.